Hello, welcome to another episode of the MTG Arena Run. I'm actually recording this a little bit earlier because I'm expecting to have a very busy weekend. So, anyway, let's finally get what is long overdue. We're going to be doing mono green on. Actually, it's now called traditional constructed. It's not competitive constructed anymore. I'm also kind of miffed that there is no ranked version for this one, but we're hoping to get ranked for best of three sometime soon. That said, we're still gonna give this one a fair shake. I'll probably rename this back to traditional when we're done with all the monocolor decks. So, what exactly is this deck? So, okay, first of all, there's no Shalai here. This is mono. This is mono green, and yeah, we're running at 24 lands because we do have a bit of ramp. So, Llanowar Elves. Actually, nice to get the new one. Some copies of Adventurous Impulse helps. We have a few copies of Elfheim Druid just because we have a ton of kicker here. It's, for starters, Unteam Kavu has kicker. Gift of Growth. This one will easily get kicked out to the sideboard, but this one also has kicker. Grow from the Ashes has kicker. Our pseudo removal Territorial Allosaurus has kicker. That said, the kicker part is not that important, so usually, with the exception of Unteam Kavu, this is pretty much the first package that gets removed in favor of our sideboard cards. We have a bit of removal. We have some Rabbit Bite, some Savage Stomp. The rest of our removals in the sideboard because we're trying to shore up on our weakness, which is flyers. Then Elvish Rejuvenator rounds out the essentials package, so to speak. Then everything else is basically whatever rare you can scrounge up. So I'm keeping it simple. You kind of want to have a few rares on the tree, and definitely in the 4 slot. You definitely want to have at least. We have one Carnage Tyrant copy that comes in the. I think this came with the red-green starter. You definitely want to have a second one if possible. You get the Galta from mono green. I actually have a second one. I'm just not running it for the sake of not running it on the assumption that we're going to. That not everyone's gonna get that. Definitely would sub out the Aggressive Mammoth if I could. You definitely want to have Vivian. Because one of the weaknesses of this deck is essentially drawing into creatures. So we kind of have Memorial Unity to help. Arch of Araska helps. Zalfirin Void. This one's a bit of. If you have more copies of Steel Leaf Champion, this one's definitely a whiff. But since I'm only running one, it really depends what you have on the tree slot. I can even in fact see cutting the Grunt, cutting the Aggressive Mammoth, if you can get more of these guys. And just also for the record to show you what I'm not exactly running. Only because, well, they're rare, so it's nice to have them. If you have them, you definitely should run them, but they're not. I wouldn't call them mandatory, but they help. Torn Lieutenant's quite helpful. In fact, if you can get this and Clan Caller, that you can change this deck significantly. You can drop the ramp package and just have a big mid game, then have a big late game. I think that's it for the rares I'm not running here. Okay, this one would be nice to sideboard, but I still haven't found a home for this guy. Let's see. Yeah, that's about it. Tender Shoot Dryad. Yeah, I probably should be running this somewhere. It's an army in a can. Well, we're just testing out this. We're just trying to see if we can validate this strategy, but otherwise, I don't see a reason to not run this guy. Yeah, what would I probably cut? Maybe an Adventurous Impulse for this guy. Anyway, our sideboard, we got some copies of Fungal Plots. Crawl Harpooner is quite important now. It's not only a cheap threat, but it's also a good way to remove all those Doom Whispers and Shalais and whatnot. Merfolk Branchwalker, if we cut out the kicker package here, this one helps us draw into our lands at least. Basically, it digs deeper into our deck. Crushing Canopy is kinda important also in that end. I have Crows and Druid here in the event we run into some deck that's super aggro, but this is probably the one thing first card I would cut as well. Anyway, I might run into a matchup for that. And there's some sprouting renewals here. I guess you could run Rex Sage instead. It kind of does the job also. Yeah, actually I would prefer Rex Sage over this. In fact, I do have a copy of Rex Sage. Yeah, let's just make that trade. So if you have more Rex Sages, I'd prefer those. Basically, you're pretty much putting it in because you want to have both the creature and the removal. You're not gonna end up choosing either. So that said, traditional. Yeah, we're going to traditional construct. It's not. Shame it's not competitive anymore, but what the heck. Anyway, let's chip in our gold. Let's chip in the deck. And let's hold on a sec. Okay, there's our deck list. So let's see how well or how badly we do this one. To be fair, I'm a little bit scared. I tried this out on the not the whole queue, but more like the traditional free play. A lot of the control matchups have been a bit of a stretch. It's taken me quite a while to figure out what the sideboard mix should be. It's come to the point where I'm starting to doubt whether mono green is even that viable. Maybe I should be running more rares. Okay, that said, okay, since our opponent mulliganed, I'm definitely keeping this. I'm most likely gonna just run Adventurous Impulse turn 1, see what we get. Let that shape the rest of our play. Definitely not gonna run Well, it's hard to say that we're gonna get the buy on this one or whatnot. But we do have some time. So our opponent's not super aggro. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna run the Impulse first. Okay, definitely gonna keep the Steel Leaf Champion. Which means we're gonna have to run Memorial to Unity turn 2. Basically, I'm just trying to take advantage of the fact our opponent is slowed down. The nice thing also is if I suspect our opponent has any sort of removal, I just run Rejuvenator turn 3. Oh no, this is the Jeskai deck. So there might be some removal. But it looks like our opponent stalled out. There's also the possibility our opponent is sandbagging Essence Scatter. I really need to remember these deck lists. Okay, it's not sandbagging an Essence Scatter. So definitely taking the Arch of our... We already have an Arch. I don't need the second Arch. What am I thinking? I would have preferred the second... the other Forest. It's also possible our opponent had this... No, I don't think our opponent has Syncopate for 1. And our opponent concedes there. So we managed to get lucky. We have no idea what our opponent's deck is. With the exception that our opponent probably has some sort of enchantment removal. So I'm gonna side in the Rec and the Rex Sage and the Sprouting Renewal. I'll probably cut the Gift of Growth. Actually, I'm gonna cut the Sprouting Renewal, cut the Aggressive Mammoth. I'm gonna put in 2 Merfolk Branch Walkers. I have no idea what our opponent is. This could be aggressive blue-white. This could... Actually, no, that's not right. There's a Revitalize. It's most likely a long game blue-white. So we need to put up as much pressure as possible. Is this... So we should be expecting Settle the Wreckage. We should be expecting Cleansing Novas. The blue elements to keep countering our stuff. So that's where we're probably going to run into problems. So we're definitely going to keep this one. Oh. So our opponent's mulliganing quite aggressively. So again, we're gonna go Adventurous Impulse, see what we can get. Okay, so there's the red, so I suspect the Jeskai appropriately. So we know we have 4 mana up. I can just put pressure with the Untamed Kavu. I'll just take the Territorial Allosaurus, that's the bigger threat. If our opponent's depending on removal, he's probably not going to be able to remove that. I'm going to expect some burn to take out these guys. So first of our throwaway, Elfhame Druid. Counterspell? So I'm expecting Syncopates, I'm expecting Essence Scatters. Well, there's always Revitalize, I suppose. Okay, I'm regretting not taking the Kavu, but then again... well, that's not exactly incentivizing. Okay, there's the removal. As expected, so we definitely have to run out our 3rd forest. So we're expecting lava coils and whatnot, so definitely... then, yeah, it's a good thing we didn't try to rely on the Untamed Kavu, I suppose. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have the mana to kick if we have to. Opponent's holding up removal, so... he knows we have the Territorial Allosaurus. I'm also not incentivized to cast it. Now, question, do I just crack the Memorial to Unity? Yeah, let's crack it. It sets us back 1 mana, but we're aiming for Vivian Reed. And we did draw into Carnage Tyrant. That's pretty much our most important card here. Thank goodness it can't be countered. We're set back 1 mana, so we're probably gonna go for Reed. Or maybe the Territorial Allosaurus. That said, we're still not immune to Settle the Wreckage. Let's see if he counters this. No counters. I'm expecting Cleansing Nova right after this. Really, Settle the Wreckage is the biggest thing I'm concerned about right now. Opponent's discarding Expansion Explosion to draw 2 more cards. He did have 4 land a while ago. He might be slightly stuck. Okay, he's got 5 mana. Cleansing Nova? Come on, Cleansing Nova. He's not gonna go Cleansing Nova. 6. Okay, let's see. He can if he chooses to counter this, we get a free attack.
Every fight makes me stronger.
No, he could still burn it out.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
Definitely. Definitely taking the Kavu. I'm a bit wary of Seal Away. Okay, there you go. Anyway, this will shuffle the Jade Light Ranger in. Let's see if he settles now. He might have more than 1 settle, but that's okay. There's a settle as I expected. So... I actually considered running the Golgari. The Golgari Raiders, the one with Undergrowth. It's actually better in the green-black matchup because they're only dependent on they're Verasco's Contempt. So our opponent's gonna start loading up his graveyard. I should So we're in a bit of a race.
Balance comes.
Steel Leaf Champion. Let's take another Untamed Kavu. Let's kick this one. So he won't be able to seal this away. 1, 2, 3, 4. He needs to cast another spell before he can nuke that. And yeah, I'm just gonna pass this one right for now. I can just crack the memorial again next turn. Opponent's at 7 mana. Expecting something like a 1,000-Year Storm, another Teferi. Oh gosh, Teferi. Okay, so he won't be able to kill Untamed Kavu with this guy. He might be able to kill it with something else. Okay, so it's Ditch Syncopate. Five, 6, 7. We do have the mana. Even if I crack the memorial, we have the mana to kick Grun. Beacon Bolt. Okay, let's crack it. Definitely taking third Untamed Kavu. Opponent still has the mana for Settle, but he's probably not going to aim for that. It only hits creatures too. So I definitely... want to kick that. He might have a counter spell now. Oh, there is no counter spell. So I just need to protect this guy. Which might be tough. At least we have a card draw engine now. Yeah, definitely taking Gore Claw. So we're at the point that I can sacrifice Vivian to just get the emblem. Opponent's at the point where he could get the emblem too. His emblem's actually scarier than mine, so... Well, let's see. He can't... He could Beacon Bolt this guy, then he has to cast something else. He's probably gonna hold up Settle. That's Teferi. Oh, that also will ruin it. He just has to -1. -3. Yeah, but he's deciding which one of these is gonna -3. He's putting the Vivian back, which means he has an answer to... He does have an answer, right? So first let's cast this. Let's see if we can overload this. I suspect he might have a seal away. See, he probably has a seal away. That's the only reason he'd open himself up. There's the seal away. And it'll take me a while to get that out of the way. And I don't have... So, do I cast... Let's think this through. I could just cast this now, but I think it's in my best interest to just keep drawing cards. Sure, it's kind of piecemeal. I'm answering stuff one at a time. He's probably gonna ditch this guy at this point here. Yep, he's gonna burn that out. So he's gonna start burning all of these potential cantrips. He needs to cast 3 spells in order to... Well, not really. He needs to just cast this one and one other spell. And that'll kill Galta. So I definitely want to be more aggressive at this point. Crushing Canopy's not going to do it. I don't think he has flyers. I'm not going to... It's an instant, though. That would have helped me out a bit. Kind of miss the trashing Brontodons. I just don't have copies of it right now. So, let's see. Opponent's gonna figure out how to kill Galta before Galta kills him. The least I should do is get rid of the fairy. gonna go Cleansing Nova. He's gonna... Okay. That's okay. So the irony is... Let's see, pass... You know what, let's just draw the card now. I'm not fooling anybody. So, Zalfirian Void. Okay, so at least we... So he's got 6 mana up. He could kill any of our creatures, I suppose. Yeah, sure, let's keep the Jade Light Ranger on top. Let's see this counter spell.
Let's see if you're worthy.
Okay, so we got Vivian. Do I unlock... You know, I'm probably just gonna unlock Run. If we can force our opponent to start using his spells, sure, why not?
Draw and fire.
Then... Probably... let's just max it out. We're in... So we're gonna lose 1. We might lose both creatures. Thing is, I can't cast this guy. If he casts 1 spell, another spell just kills it. So I need creatures with larger butts, supposedly. Thank goodness this is sorcery, so he has to use it on his own terms. Yeah, I knew this. I knew it was too good to be true. He had to have the seal. So he's probably gonna. Yeah, he's probably gonna kill one of these guys. Or is he just aiming everything at the face? Yeah, he's aiming everything in the face. Okay. So suspect a settle there. So we're probably not gonna win this one. Our best bet to win this is to overload on smaller threats, cheaper threats. So the Crawl Harpooners come in, the Elfhame Druids come out, the Gift of Growth. If he keeps the seal away, the Gift of Growth could stay. The untap comes out of nowhere. Rabbit Bites go. Savage Stomps go. Yeah, this is literally a no creature build. Opponent's taking his time. Well, let's be fair. You got full grip like this. Hard to decide by the cast. Okay, he's going for the kill. Yeah, I don't have any counter spells. At least he kept it simple. And draw 6 cards. Okay, so we have a game in our hands now. Let's make the adjustments as needed. So first, Rabbit Bite. It's a good thing I didn't draw into this. That would have been so embarrassing. So Gift of Growths can come back in. Branch Walkers come back in. Let's see what other questionable. Elfhame Druids come out. I guess you can do fungal plots to gain life and draw. I think I'll just take the Crawl Harpooner instead. Krosan Druid might help. This might be the matchup for Krosan Druid. So probably just cut 1 Gift of Growth. I'll cut the Goreclaw. Basically, if I'm gonna cast that big, I want to get either. I'm basically running the assumption that our opponent is going to Emblem Outral. Then again, if we with that position, our opponent is simply just gonna aim for us. So not bad. We're definitely keeping this one. Turn 1 Elves, turn 2 probably Branch Walker. I want. If I can avoid casting Kavu, I will. So let's see. Does our opponent have the Shock? No, it's the Sacred Cloud. Okay, so let's. Okay, let's put that at the bottom. kinda... Well, actually not ditching. I still have Land War Elves. Rejuvenator... Yeah, let's leave that up. So we're gonna try to go as aggro as possible. Let's force our opponent to use burn out as much as he can. Basically, if he has to use all of his cards early, he won't have enough cards late game to pressure us. Okay, so he's got 2 mana. Take the Rejuvenator out now. See if he's gonna syncopate it. Okay, take the Memorial. He might have a Seal Away, in which case, yeah, I'd rather he use it early than late. So we're gonna be nickel and diming him a bit. We can kick Untamed Kavu. Alternately, we could just go for the Grun. Actually, this is attack first. Okay, let's go for the Grun. He's now forced to have Settled the Wreckage turn 4. Okay, he's got the mana for it. I'll try and just attack with Grun only. After I cast Galta. Basically, I'm forcing him to settle now or forever hold his peace. That said, That said, Cleansing Nova is going to be a problem, but that's okay. At least we got one settle out of the hand. And we can start drawing cards. So my next fear is Cleansing Nova. No, Excellence Binding. He's going to target Galta, which I only have 1 copy of, so that's perfectly fine. So we have options here. Probably... Yeah, I'm just gonna... Wait. Let's do the math first. 5 gets 1, 2, then 5. Yeah, let's get as many lands out of our library as possible. Concerned about Cleansing Nova though, so you know what? I'm just gonna attack with these 2. I'm just gonna crack the Memorial to Unity later. Yes, it's a bit scary knowing that your opponent's probably gonna cast a fairy at this turn. Or not. I think he's just waiting for us to overextend. Actually missed the opportunity to crack it. So let's see. Settle now? Nope. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's just cast this. I can and I still holding up Arch of Aras Command. So okay. And opponent's going for Chemistry. He's gonna start reloading his hand. We're still a long ways off from winning here. I don't think we have enough pressure. We're just 1 board wipe away from getting ruined. Opponent's going triple white. Chemister's Insight. So it's not Cleansing Nova yet. He just played the land too, so that's... So he's holding back for something else. Another Seal Away, I suppose? Okay, let's... Yeah, let's just draw regular. If I don't need to crack the land, I'm not gonna crack the land. Okay, there he goes. Okay. First I'm going to attack, see if I can trigger something. He's gotta have a seal away, in which case... Perfect. So I hit for 2, then I Vivian Reed, I unlock Galta from his prison. Then I do have to crack the Memorial to Unity next turn.
I didn't go through hell to lose to you. Feel the wrath of Scala.
I suppose I could cast these guys, but... Considering I have Lethal on board, I'm just forcing him to cast a Cleansing Nova now. I could just... Okay, Teferi, he's probably gonna just... He's probably just gonna bottom this guy.
I can no longer stand by and
In which case I can actually just end up drawing him back. Oh no, he's... Okay, he's going for the... He's going for the settle. So let's crack this. He's going for the settle. So I definitely want the Carnage Tyrant. I don't think this deck, the version of this deck runs counters. So let's get creature or land. Jade Light Ranger. So first we're going to attack. We're gonna go for the win, or at least bait out the settle. It's kind of mandatory for him to have the settle or a seal away at this point. No, it's a seal away, so we can't... So it'll take me a while, but I can still unlock it. So... I could try to draw into something... No? Let's see. Maybe I might be able to draw into some... Nope, that's not it, so that locks it down. Okay, perfectly fine. So let's play the land. Let's play the Jade Light Ranger. Let's get some card draw of our own. Or at least let's see what's up next. Juvenator Graveyard. Croson Druid Library. So we probably should start hitting Teferi next. I could sacrifice Vivian just to get rid of... just to nuke the seal away. I'm basically in the position where I'm trying to... I think he's removed that option. Well, that's okay. So he probably has settle. If I cast this one, I won't draw into her, so... Let's force him to use his cards one by one. That's gonna... Well, that's gonna be annoying if it's settled because I won't get to draw. Wait, 2 cards out. No, I should have cast this. No, it's not gonna work. Yeah, it's okay. Let's resolve that. I could decline. Yeah, let's decline. Still there. So next. So guess I could cast Croson Druid. No, let's just cast Steel Leaf Champion. So I have enough mana to draw an Arch. Opponent's he's used up 2 settles. One. Okay. He's ditched Negate, so he does have that effect. Really wish there was a spell that granted hexproof in green. We used to have that back in Kaladesh. Really miss that. So okay.
Let's skip to the good part.
We're not exactly an instance deck. And it's starting to build up. Lava Coil. Yeah, sure. He still needs to protect Teferi though. So let's pass. Pass. Okay. Let's draw. Because I need to draw into Vivian Reed. Oh, Rex Sage. That does it too. So, he knows I drew into Vivian, but I'm going to go for the Rex Sage first. So I'm still gonna take time. We're just gonna nuke Galt. So first, let's make him answer this one. He probably has a burn. Well, if his burn spells are lava coils, he probably has something else. Fort Seal away. In which case I should hold back Seal away is the only thing that he... Lightning strikes. So, explosion X equals 6. Okay, that will do it too. But if you think of it, it's better going there than going towards my face. So, yeah, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's just end the turn here. Opponent is forced to answer our threats. We can just keep drawing right now. It's a bit of a long matchup. How much time has it been? Well, it's gonna be a very long matchup. In fact, our opponent's drawing now probably doesn't bode well. He is, which means he's digging some sort. I think he's digging for a Cleansing Nova. He might, in a way, he's probably telling us he's only...
Hurry!
He's only got 2... I'm not gonna take it for granted. I'm gonna assume he has a third settle. There's the Cleansing Nova, so he will have 4 mana for settle later. Okay. Well, probably 4 mana for Chemister's Trick, but he's gonna ditch a lot of stuff while he's at it. Maybe I could just get him to run his deck out. The fact that he hasn't played Ral yet is kind of telling. So he's ditched a bunch of... So I could unlock one of these guys, I guess. He's got 4 mana. Let's see, maybe he does have the counter spell. It can't be Syncopate. I do have the mana to pay for it. So let's start putting some pressure. Vivian Reed's actually doing quite well.
This is nothing.
At least for against this matchup. So let's see what we get off the top. Probably gonna crack Memorial. Croson Druid. Yeah, let's just ditch it. We have 1 copy. That should be enough. I could cast this now, force him to have a second Cleansing Nova. Yeah, probably not gonna crack it anytime soon. Let's force him to have it. We could also just be forcing him to have a counter spell. So at least I have 1 threat he must answer. Basically, it will... Or else he loses to Fairy. I have to assume he has a third settle at this point. He's probably gonna keep drawing. So that would be all of his Chemister's Insights. so he's down to 21 cards. So the trick now is to have enough to remove the fairy. He knows I've been sandbagging Carnage Tyrant this whole time. But I do need to hit him once or else he gets to the... Okay. Ooh, nice. I should have cast a Croson Druid first then. That's a good one. I keep forgetting about that. 20 life was not that comfortable. Oh well, so we kinda deserved that. We kinda deserved that one. But all in all, not too bad. We did steal one win out of it. I don't know if we're gonna get another win out of this, but let's see. At least we kinda had the right idea. We gave our opponent that one weird opportunity to win. Yeah, the sideboard was right, the pilot was wrong. I was so worried about Ral, I forgot Fight with Fire exists. To think that was when I first started making videos, that was the first card to ruin my day. Nostalgia. Let's see if we can... Let's see, do we actually have a matchup? Okay, there you go. Now, I'm hoping we get at least a Golgari matchup so that... Because that's the one that's... yuck. Definitely mulliganing this one. And I'm definitely gonna mulligan this again. So we're probably in real trouble now. Okay, this is keepable. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have a choice. I'm definitely gonna need to draw into that. At least I need the 4 lands at least for this guy. Let's hope our... Okay, our opponent is slightly more aggressive. So we definitely have a home for those rabbit bites and whatnot. Okay, Elfhame Druid. That gives us something to do, so I'll keep it. Definitely siding out the kicker package at this point. You think I should have just kept the 6-lander? So, definitely need removal. I think the life gain might be just as important too, considering I'm not going to be blocking anything in the near future. So, turn 3 Goreclaw. Curious, is this... Okay, this looks like a mono blue set, so there should be a Curious Obsession sometime about... now? But why are you giving my Elfhame Druid a dirty look? Is Price thinking about bouncing this to ruin my mana? He'd be half right. Silvergill Adept. Okay, so this is mono blue Merfolk. It's not explosive without the Lords, but it's doing a good job. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I kind of need more. So I kind of want more mana. So ironically, I want one more mana so that I can... Wait, that's not right. There you go. Oh wait, no, I don't need it. I just need to keep the Goreclaw alive. Boo. Okay, so maybe so I'm actually gonna take the damage here because I need the Elfin Druid. I'm going to... Yeah. I'm gonna cast this guy again. Then Adventurous Impulse for another land. Oh, that makes it easy. There you go. So I need to start removing some guys. Territorial Allosaurus will do the trick. He's just bouncing this guy. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna have to kill some guy right now. Can't wait. And take out the River Sneak because that It's functionally the same as the Herald, but grows. So I got 8 turns to survive. And he's got Seaflow Oracle, so he's gonna start drawing into cards. Yeah, he's not gonna throw the Silver Gill Adept away. He'll throw it in front of the Allosaurus at least. So I guess I can cast this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Empty my hand. Start attacking. Thankfully, he's 2 mana away from like a River's Rebuke, so I'm not worried about that. Oh, he actually does have green mana. So I should expect the Lord anytime soon. Wow. Actually, I think our opponent is running the stock deck. He probably has a sideboard, to be fair. Usually if you're running a stock deck, you probably should just play the best of 1 queues. So, our clock has shrunk. We could swing with these guys. Actually, we have to swing with these guys next turn. I think he's trying to dig for another Disperse or Blink. Let's see, does he find it? No, he does not. I can grow from the ashes. Let's actually crack this first. That gives us 4 mana for... Oh, wait. There, 3 attackers. So that buffs everyone. He has to mass block a few guys. Whoops. Yeah, he had to block with everyone. So we lucked out on that one, but we definitely need... Okay, I don't think Frozen Druid will do it, but we do want the Branch Walkers. So we can drop the Elfheim Druid this time. And the Gift of Growth. I feel bad for kicking the Elfheim Druid, knowing that that was what kind of won us the game. I can't seem to think of anything else. Maybe the fungal plots, but I don't think we're gonna ever have time to activate it. Okay, let's just go with that one. So our opponent... Well, let's be fair. Nobody really plays with the aggressive Mammoth. Or Goreclaw or whatnot. So yeah, we got the turn 3 grow from the ashes. Yeah, we're not gonna get greedy with that one. Let's just ramp into ramp. So definitely keeping that. Opponent's gonna go for oh, I would have expected a Jade Bearer there. So now I suppose if he needs to buy time, he can just disperse the elves. He did buy a lot of time that last time just by bouncing the Elfheim Druid. Okay, so Merfolk Mistbinder. So we want to get Allosaurus out early. So definitely early grow into Adventurous Impulse. I'll take the Untamed Kavu because we'll at least get a 5/5 next turn. So I'm gonna hold off the Memorial to Unity for the time being. So Untamed Kavu, eventually Territorial Allosaurus to nuke one of his smaller creatures. Is our opponent stuck on mana? He won't be stuck on... I think he's stuck on mana if he's doing this now. Yeah, he's stuck on mana. So let's take advantage of that. Let's get the v5.5. Now he could still annoy us with disperse, but I have to go for it anyway. Yeah, he's probably gonna go for disperse. In which case, next turn, I'm still gonna just cast Memorial to Unity. Just cast this again. Am I willing to trade off the Untamed Kavu for one of his pumped up guys? Let's say the Silver Gill Adept gets 2 counters. Okay, he's not giving me that option. And he's gonna play Kumena's Speaker as well, so... Okay. So we're gonna go for it again. Probably cast the wrong one. He probably knows I have a second Kavu now. That said, next turn we will just Allosaurus the Mistbinder. Okay, so maybe I should. Let's see. Depending on how he pumps this, I might just take out the Deep Root Elite instead. I will trade. So I have to take out the elite first because this guy can make... He can beef up everyone else out of hand. And a speaker, he can block my Steel Leaf Champion with those. Guess it's okay. So Archer for Asuka. Still gonna kick this guy. And I'm gonna go for Merfolk Branchwalker. Library. So I can attack with this guy. He'll trade with one's Kumena Speaker probably. Or not. So disperse. Thing is, I am willing to trade Speaker for Branchwalker. So a sleep can get me out of nowhere here. That's the only caveat. So I might as well just attack. Okay, that's a land I did not need. Maybe if this had been a rabbit bite, sure. So I think our opponent's waiting on sleep mana. We just have to take advantage of this impasse if he hasn't drawn into it. Okay. So we do have the mana to cast this at least, so... Kinda trading off our board for his board. He keeps doing that to the trample guy. I'm gonna end the turn here. I might just crack the memorial if ever. I think he is waiting on sleep mana. That said, yeah, so that said I should not cast Steel Leaf Champion. Because he needs to swing twice. So far it's looking like... Yep, he did not get the sleep mana. He only got enough bumps. So we managed to steal a victory. Merfolk's actually quite good on that one. Okay, let's see if we can get a typical matchup. Actually, I think Merfolk is gonna get even more busted when Ravnica Allegiance comes out. Sure, the guild mechanic is kind of just like tweaked monstrous, but oh yeah, for those who should I tell? Anyway, let's just say that the Simic got the quote-unquote returning mechanic. It's not a returning guild mechanic per se, it's returning from some other block. Yeah, suffice to say, a lot of people were kind of miffed. Yeah, it's just +1/+1 counters again. But let's hold off on judgment. There might be something good out of it. So, opponent mulliganed. I'm gonna try keeping this. We might draw into a 2-drop. Otherwise, I'm just gonna untame Kavu and kill whatever first thing comes out. I was more willing to keep this one because we at least have an early play, but if our opponent's gonna go Grixis on us, that might be a problem. Of course, if our opponent has cast down, we might have a real problem in our hands. Let's see what's got. Thief of Sanity? Lava Coil. Okay, so this is probably the typical Grixis build. Well, at least we can dig a creature next turn. And watch our opponent cast. Oh, he didn't cast Nicol Bolas. I'm actually gonna cast the Adventurous Impulse now. Take the Ghalta I'm never gonna cast anytime soon. Well, it's better than 2 forests, let's be frank. Opponent's also kind of stuck on mana, I think. Okay, counter this. Nope. Okay, he might just kill it instead, though. Or not. Because it's... I virtually have... Okay. This is an atypical build, if I don't mind saying so. So yeah, just pass the turn now. Because let's crack... So are we both stuck, or does he just have a handful of removal? So I'm definitely taking the Uncarnage Tyrant at this point. Let's see if he's gonna go. Okay, he's got Doom Whisperer. Put +1/+1 on target creature you control. We managed to luck out. So he's gonna pay to look for something to dig his way out of it. It's probably Eldest Reborn is probably gonna be the way he digs out of this one. So I might as well just cast Steel Leaf Champ. Okay, he's actually ditched Nicol Bolas. So I'm probably just gonna cast the Steel Leaf Champion and the Ghalta. Reason being, if the only thing that wrecks me right now is Eldest. Okay, so we both got stuck. He got stuck for quite a while too. If he had cast the Doom Whisper earlier, it would have been really bad. But now I have... Okay, I know he also has Nicol Bolas, so the Crawl Harpooner comes in. Elfium Druid comes out. The Gift of Growth comes out. I'll keep the Growth from the Ashes. Probably should put in... Let's put in our Branch Walker. Cut the Aggressive Mammoth, maybe. Yeah, let's just go like that. So we're fortunate our opponent got stuck, considering how many lands did we have in hand? Quite a lot. Digging into Carnage Tyrant. So yeah, the ability to dig into cards is important. So turn 1 Llanowar Elves if we... So definitely turn 1 Elves, turn 3 Jade Light Ranger, turn 4 Raptor. Okay. turn 1 elves. Actually, well, I like the full art. Okay. Let's see, is our opponent gonna coil the bird? The elf. Yeah, he definitely will. So... Elvish Rejuvenator. Yeah, let's try. Archer Faraska. I do want at least one. Yeah, I'll keep it on top. I'm assuming a long game at this point. And it has Legion War Boss, so I have options here. Probably just go with the Jade Light Ranger first. Let's see. Okay, we can buff it up once. We'll definitely Graveyard that. So if our opponent can't remove it, we take it out. But I think our opponent has to cast. Okay. So turn 4 Ripjaw Raptor. So yeah, you should attack with that too. It has Mentor for a reason. So we are in... We didn't have an early enough start. Is this? Oh, yeah, he had the... So he had the complete removal sweep, and I'm now in trouble. So any tokens I make is just to block the... Oh, wait. Okay, I can untame Kavu, but 2, 4, 6, 7... Yeah, that's good. That's a good game. It's not good enough. So definitely we need more early game at this point if he has this kind of card. So let's put in the other Branch Walkers and the Crows and Druids. So let's dump the Elvish Rejuvenate. No, let's dump one Rejuvenator. Let's dump the Grow from the Ashes. And let's cut... Let's cut one Impulse. Okay, yeah, I guess that's more keepable. So our opponent's going for the aggro. I wouldn't even say that's going to the aggro route. That was just one card. I just did not have an answer. So let's go on the play first. So, sure, not bad. Harpooner, 1 land, 2 Raptor. Has Reach, so... I'm suspecting our opponent might have a Thief of Sanity at some point. Okay, so let's play the Arch out. Well, to be fair, that's probably a mistake, because if I draw in... Well, sure, it's a 1 in 52 chance I draw Steel Leaf Champion. Okay, thankfully it's not. I didn't draw that. Let's see our opponent have the Shivan Fire. Nope, no Shivan Fire. Definitely gonna start running out the aggro this time. And he might have a Shivan Fire now. There you go. So next turn we go Ripjaw Raptor first. Am I willing to hold back my guys? Actually, I have to at least hold back the Krull Harpooner. I don't think he can remove both. And the tokens have to attack, so let's say... Okay, so it's not... Okay. He might be able to Lava Coil afterwards, but heck, hey, 2 cards. Nope, no Lava Coil, so... No, he's actually willing to trade. Okay. Not bad. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doom Whisper. Okay, he doesn't have the double black, so it's not Doom Whisper at least. It is going to be a problem because this one only hits for 5. we're doing... Okay, so we're in a much better position. We have creatures to throw away to Eldest Reborn. Here comes the Doom Whisperer. Savage. This is a bit savage. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he doesn't know I have the Allosaurus either. I think he's committing suicide at this point. Yeah, it's just a ton. It's just a ton of dumb dinos. I'm really sorry. I really wish I had more. I would have liked to have at least a second Ripjaw Raptor. Blood Operative. Well, I think I have those already. So what was supposed to be very quick and very bad for us turned out to be very good. And even our loss, that was really close. So turn 1 Elves, turn 2 Impulse, turn 3 Goreclaw. Definitely keeping. In fact, we might be able to have a combat trick. In fact, we could do turn 1 Elves, turn 2 hold up, attack with Elves, hold up the Gift of Growth. Depends on what our opponent has. So no, we're gonna just go Elfheim Druid instead. And we'll just not attack. This is Adventurous Impulse. I want Galta, but I need the other land. Let's take the other land. Because turn 3 Vivian can help me dig through all the other stuff. Because I have to assume that one of these guys is going to get bolted, so at least I have to be able to cast Goreclaw next turn. Okay, cast down. Nope, so I do get to cast Vivian at least. And negate, that's the good news. So let's start pumping up Vivian early. Oh, and I will take the Carnage. I'll take the Carnage Tyrant because at least I can shoot her up. I might be able to shoot her up for one more land next turn. It's basically draw plus Vivian. If not, he's gonna have to kill one of these small guys, and I just cast Goreclaw then. I'll concede. I might actually have... Okay, so... we know our opponent's blue-black. He's got to have some sort of removal, so I'm gonna cut the Elfheim Druids. I'm gonna put the Crawl Harpooners. I'm suspecting Thief of Sanity. Let's cut the Gift of Growth package. Yep. Put the third Harpooner. Put Merfolk Branchwalker. Let's cut one Rejuvenator. Put another Branchwalker. There you go. I think it's also possible our opponent just kept a bad 2-lander. No, he did have 3 mana. Like, but he might just... The Carnage Tyrant's usually the writing on the wall. Basically, that's the one card everyone complains about on Facebook. I know. I miss the days when people just complained about Teferi. Now they're complaining and Nexus of Fate and whatnot. So we could Impulse for a 2-drop, so we're gonna keep that. Otherwise, Impulse for a 4th land is okay because we have double Allosaurus. We did draw Tyrant. So, yep, So I guess we're not getting the turn 2 play anytime soon. At least we have a turn 3 Jade Light Ranger. Oh, opponent's Grixis. This is gonna be interesting. Thankfully, no Thought Erasure. That's usually... So our opponent was 3-colored. He's got a bunch of cards stranded. So... Okay, he's going for the Disinformation campaign, so I'm gonna ditch Grun. Because that's the weakest card of the bunch. It's Jade Light Ranger. Let's dig for... Okay, 1 land and a Rabbit Bite. Yeah, we'll keep that on for now. It's basically speculation. I'm suspecting he has to have a few creatures with Surveil. Otherwise, it's just Doom Whisper, in which case I still want the Rabbit Bite. Nicol Bolas the Ravager. Oh, hey. That was a mistake. So at least we got in for some damage. Yeah, that was a very big mistake. What? My brain's fart. I really should take a break after this one. Disinformation campaign number 2. I will ditch 1 Allosaurus though. He should start swinging back. Or not. Okay, so 5 mana. Can't cast. I can cast this. That does nothing. I'm gonna pass. Because I'm 1 mana away from Carnage Tyrant. I need to protect. Okay. So much for protecting my hand. So. And he's gonna start wrecking our hand at this point. Yeah, we're a bit slow. I probably should I'm gonna save some. Do I want? No, because I'm just gonna see these two enchantments again and again. Yeah, I'm gonna lose both these cards even if I don't draw a land. Yeah, I'm gonna save him the mind space. Let's. Oh, he didn't even cast it. But was I a bit premature in conceding there? Probably not. So we know he has more. So the Crawl Harpooners are correct. Do I want to have the Crushing Canopy also? Yeah, sure. Let's have the Crushing Canopy. Let's drop Grun. Let's drop the Aggressive Mammoth. So I don't need all the big creatures. I just need to have enough. We're in this place, so I definitely want to keep the elves. I could cut the grow just to add even more Merfolk Branchwalkers. Yeah, let's go with that. So we're gonna try to hope for a really aggressive hand. Turn 1 into. We might not get the turn 1 elves. But we need to at least have plays on turn 2 and turn 3. So we got our turn 1. Okay, we got all that we want. In fact, we got a turn 1 into a turn 3 play. We can wait out on Crawl Harpooner. In fact, we know we have to wait Crawl Harpooner because our opponent's gonna depend on Nicol Bolas and Doom Whisper. So let's at least try to get one Rejuvenate. Let's try to get this one Arch out. So we got 5 mana next turn. I could just Untame Kavu. This is Untame Kavu now. Let's bait their removal. Okay, no removal yet. And at least this guy dodges Lava Coil, so it's cast down or Vraska's Contempt at this point. He might just bolt the bird also. Oh, Disinformation campaign will ditch a forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. gonna hold back depending on what he has. He's got 4 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going for the Nicol Bolas, which is okay. So I discard the Allosaurus. Prowl Harpooner can now kill it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and I get the. And I get City's Blessing also. Yeah, take action, fight that creature. So our opponent has to at least answer the Untamed Kavu next turn. Doom Whisperer, so we can get through for 3 damage. So I'm basically sacrificing 2 creatures at this point. Actually, no. Oh, because this guy has trample. That's it. Doesn't matter which one he blocks. It's got trample. This is Xaxes. I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I don't think our opponent believes it either. I'm so sorry. Oh no, okay, he's... This is basically the legal way to look at the top cards of your library before conceding. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, the trample did it in. So... Turns out we're doing much better than we have any right to. So 3 wins. Okay. You know this weird. I kind of don't want to wish we lose this game, but I have a feeling it's only a matter of time that we lose a game. Actually, while we're waiting on that, I probably should start setting up the. Start setting up deck stats so that we can proceed to the next part. Okay. So. Nope, that's not it. Okay, so I guess I'll have to copy the deck list later. And we got one weird opening hand. Definitely gonna mulligan this one. Yeah, keeping this one, but okay. We have a very slow turn. Now we have a very slow turn 4 against an opponent that's probably very fast. Maybe the first hand was more keepable. Be fair, we're operating without any knowledge. Now we're drawing all these lands. I'm just gonna keep playing the forests. Come on, turn 3 Steel Leaf. Opponents. Resplendent Angel. Okay, so we're definitely getting the Prowl Harpooners. Okay, at least we got an Adventurous Impulse into another forest. Whack, whack. So definitely gonna have to hold on to the Territorial Allosaurus. So it's Harpooner and Canopy. Then again, I haven't seen anything else our opponents played yet. Oh, Boros Angels. So we probably should just concede at this point. He's just gonna start making angel tokens up the waz. Yeah, we're a long way off from 7 mana. Actually, what? Okay, I'm gonna play the Ripjaw Raptor first. So our opponent will hit us for 6. He'll get the 4/4. No, he'll get 2 4/4s. So we'll basically be trading this guy for a card. Or not even that. We might just lose next turn. Oh wait, huh? At the end. Oh wait, these guys don't. No, he just swung. There's no. They don't have natural lifelink. So. Yeah, he doesn't have natural lifelink until next turn. So I will have to play the Jade Light Ranger. I need to draw into more lands. It's probably gonna burn it out. That's perfectly fine. So Memorial and Territorial. Yeah, I'll keep that up on top. Then we'll just play the Untamed Kavu. Next turn he gets to activate, then we start worrying about angel tokens. 2 turns away from getting the mana we need. Suppose I could rush with Agalta, but... And there's Lyra Dawnbringer. Yeah, we can safely concede that. Wait, oh, and angels you control get life. Okay, you learn more each day. So we definitely are expecting a ton of flyers here. Expecting a ton of burn too, so... Crushing Canopy, Crawl Harpooner. Those might not even be enough. Definitely want Vivian, so... Let's cut the Elfheim Druid, let's cut the Grow from the Ashes. Let's cut 1 Gift of Growth. I could go Merfolk Branchwalker. Basically, the idea is if I can force our opponent to do other things on his turn, I don't have to worry about him doing stuff on my turn. So these are keepable. Cut the Grun. Let's cut an Impulse also. So this might... So far so good. Yeah, we just kept a really bad hand. Then again, I don't mind losing to this one. Sure, it's a ton of rares and mythics again, but you kind of expect that. Like I was expecting Thief of Sanity earlier from the guy with the Grixis build. Then I was also... Well, the fight with fire was a very good plan. I was expecting Banefire to be honest, but no, that turned out much better for our opponent. Opponent's taking his time building up. He's probably looking for probably gonna bring in a ton of enchantment removal. Or he's gonna try to find ways to protect his flyers now that he knows we... Okay. This is awfully scary, but we have it... Because he has shown shocks. I'm expecting this guy to burn. If we can draw another land, that should be okay. But I can... Oh, good, he survived. And we got the other land. So... Let's play the second elves at least. Swing... So at least we got a bit of a mana base going. Opponents on the slope route, so... Let's keep building mana because we have a very fragile mana base at this point. Another Memorial's fine. So if he starts playing Resplendent Angels, I start harpooning them out of the sky. Here comes Angel. Oh, History of Benalia. Can't harpoon that. What? Oh, but I can Kavu it up. Probably should have cast Adventurous Impulse first, but... Okay, so at least I have some defense. Just waiting for him to cast an Angel now. If I draw another land, I'm gonna Impulse then Kavu up again. Neither shall I, so... We can't quite harpoon it out of the sky yet. Definitely taking the Steel Leaf Champion. probably just gonna take the 1 damage. It's probably not expecting this. So yeah, definitely gonna fight. So that's 1 angel out of the sky, and yeah, let's nano our elves up again. So these guys get buff. I'll probably just take a hit from 1. So place Lyra Dawnbringer. Here's the irony. Fight doesn't care. Well, the lifelink will matter. Prussian. I will just cast a Sea Leaf Champion. If he lava coils this, that's okay. That means he's not doing anything. He's not doing much of anything else. He does have the mana to get a Resplendent Angel with something big on it. Okay. So kind of wish I had a full Harpooner. There's also another History. So I'm definitely attacking with the Steel Leaf though. Only this Angel can block. Hey, let's see. So next turn I can just crack this Memorial to Unity for something else. So he's got a ton of Knight tokens, but no way to block. Creatures entering the battlefield don't trigger. This is a replacement effect, so that has no effect there. Goreclaw gives it trample. I'll just take another Untamed Kavu. He can still attack if he wants. One, two, three, four, five. Nah, just cast Galta. Hey, guess what? I don't have... Now, he could have Siloe as his last card. Or not. So he has to wrath the board at this point if he wants to survive. Or not. We managed to dodge a bullet there. So... Oh hey, we still have 1 more game. Yeah, it's not... Don't count your chickens before they hatch. It's not over yet. So our opponent gets to get first crack. I definitely think this is okay. Let's hope he doesn't start siding out his... angels. The Crushing Canopies would be very embarrassing, though they could take out History Benalia. I have to check. Crushing Canopy was from Ixalan. That's actually a nice forward plan for Dominaria if you think of it. So this is it for all the marbles. Let's see if we can win or not. We do get the turn 2 into a turn 3 possible Crushing Canopy. I'll keep this. Opponent's aggressively mulliganing. Okay, so we got our 4 lands, so we definitely get Kavu into Crushing Canopy into... We'll probably go for Goreclaw. Kali Honored Guard. It will prevent the Territorial Allosaurus, so that means I just cast it as a... That means I'll just cast it as a 4-4. The Goreclaw is the more important one. And you know what? The timing is just right. not expecting this. Let's make him play something first. He might get greedy or whatnot, but I don't think so. He mulliganed aggressively, so his options are a bit limited. He could have had a combat trick, but I doubt that's what this deck will run. So turn 3, turn 4 Gorka. No attacks. So basically this attacks as a 5/4, then I can just cast this regular. Shall I? Oh.
The wild wasn't meant to be contained. That can't help you now.
So it might take me a while to build up, but that was very opportune. Now, if he does have a Lyra next turn, it will take me a while to build up. Okay, he's gonna Excellence Binding. Yep, that's the correct one I would bind. I could just play the Allosaurus, but I'm having this unnatural fear of a board sweep. Justice Strike. Okay. So it's gonna take us a while. Under an Honored Guard. He can soak up damage, but he won't be able to kill Goreclaw. So at least I know... You know what, I'll just play this now. Reason behind it being that this will get trampled too, so he will have to start blocking. And if I main fire X equals 3, okay, so yeah, good thing I didn't wait on that anymore. Mana issue is a big problem though. So he can start throwing these one by one. He's waiting for both a 5th mana and something to play. Well, Justice Strike's probably... Settle the Wreckage? Let's play Steel Leaf Champion now. The next turn I'm just gonna attack with this one. He either has to block or... Okay, he has to block her. He can't... Oh, but he doesn't have the mana for Settle. So I'm just gonna attack with both. So he has to block with this. He has to block with this. He'll take 2 damage. And we'll wait the next turn, because if he has a board sweep, I want to have at least one more creature. Lyra Dawnbringer, so... Here's the thing. He can block. He'll go down to 1. I don't like the odds of that one. Let's see if he can drop something. Oh, Library. So definitely keeping the Crawl Harpooner up top. Have enough creatures to nuke it too. So we'll pass. Because even if he hits... He can't swing to hit me. He has to cast another creature. Or remove one of mine. Okay, that's it. I'll be honest, this was the run I thought that was never gonna get far. The first few times I was playing, I was quite dejected. Well, it probably would be if I saw that one. So we're now down to our last matchup. Actually, we more than broke even already. And this is actually a long video, so I'm... This is actually very long, so at this point I'm going... Yeah, the deck tech... The deck tech for upgrading this will be part 2. Actually, to be fair, I can't think of much... I'm drawing a blank right now. I guess it's better if you get cards from Ravnica Legion. They'll fill it out more. But this might be the case where we might have the right sideboard. Okay, this one's a bit scary, but we do have a turn 3 Jade Light Ranger. And yeah, I'll keep this one. I might finally lose. But what the heck? We've gone so far, I can't complain too much. Okay, maybe I could start complaining a little. So, let's see. Black-red. Okay, this is an atypical... Is this an atypical deck? I should pass. Okay, so definitely Ranger on tree. I should expect it to die somehow. So... That goes in the graveyard, and nowhere near casting that. Okay, 3-2, not bad. So, here comes the burn spells. Lava coil. Okay, so we'll start taking some hits. Okay, definitely gonna play the Ripjaw Raptor now. That said, this could just be red-black, lots and lots of removal. Even a creature like this guy can go a long way if you have enough removal. And here comes said removal, so we... Yeah, there might be a reason for me to hold back until I had enough for Rabbit Bite, but... Okay, we might have a problem here. Let's play it out a little bit longer. Let's see what our opponent has. We kind of want to have some decent creature that can at least nuke the Chupacabra. Which might mean I might have to... Ooh. Wait, is this just a red-black sacrifice deck? Something's missing if that's the case. Well, I know what's missing on our end. Creatures. So we're definitely cutting Gift of Growth. That one's that was interesting, but that was a big underperformer. I would much prefer to have either more Rabbit Bites or more Savage Stomps. And our opponent hasn't even shown his final form. We might get something at last. Okay, so I got Galta. We're nowhere near casting it. Let's just concede right now. That was a very... So we need to have a... So we need to have a more action-oriented hand, so... These guys go, these guys go, these guys go. These guys come in. And... Black-red. Rekindling Phoenix is a possibility for this matchup. So I kind of want to have these guys too. Let's ditch the aggressive Mammoth. So I'm guessing I'm guessing that packet I'm removing is the real underperformer, so those are the cards I'm gonna go. I might just move what I keep siding in as the main board. So yeah, this is much better. So Branch Walker into Brand Rejuvenator. Now it's our opponent's turn to... Oh, I should have mulliganed earlier. Oh well, let's see how we're going. Another Savage Stomp. So... Let's Branch Walker first. Carnage Tyrant. Definitely keeping that on top. We only got 2 of those, and that's the... Oh, our opponent's in trouble. Untamed Kavu. I'm gonna bottom it because we're gonna bottom it anyway. Did their opponent just keep one lander? So I... Now, this is bad if we draw into Steel Leaf, but... Rabbit bites. Land. Territorial Allosaurus. Now let's graveyard that. We need the land. And we have the Rabbit Bite anyway, though I am willing to use Savage Stomp on Branch Walker. Sure, it costs more, but the mana savings is not it's not crucial. It is backbreaking. Especially if our opponent keeps playing Taplands. He's probably gonna... Okay, does Legion Slip. So... So basically we're buffing up our dudes. So let's see. Ravenous Chupacabra gets to kill one. Rabbit Bite gets to kill one. Okay, so we're down to the deciding game. Yeah, our opponent stumbled there. We also stumbled a bit too. So yeah, early game plan's very important. Probably should. Thinking. I think we're doing just fine. I might use the Sprouting Renewal just to get the 2/2 extra 2/2 creature, but that feels really weak. Fungal Plots helps us get more creatures in. No, I think we're doing just fine. I'm willing to keep the Grun because it's quite beefy in itself. The premise is as long as it can dodge Lava Coil, it's okay. So we're going to definitely impulse on. We're impulsing on one, looking for not Grun. We'll take another land. So Branch Walker on 2, Jade Light Ranger on 3. We could also Rejuvenator on 3. Yeah, we'll graveyard that. Opponent has to now use a Lava Coil. He could have a Shock though. Night Reaper. Okay. I'm just gonna finish this foolishness. Yeah, let's take the land. So let's see. Opponents. There's the Rekindling Phoenix. Got Crawl Harpooner. Got no way to finish the egg though. So we have our own 4-tree. Now I'm just gonna wait. Now we're gonna start trading blows. He knows I have a Crawl Harpooner. He doesn't know I have a second one. And in fact, I can kinda ignore it for the time being. He's gotta have something at 5 mana. He's probably gonna try to... He's gonna have Vraska's Contempt. There you go. Sorry. This is gonna Another Rekindling Phoenix. That one we knew. Dust Legion, so that's okay. Let's see, we can... Okay, we're not drawing into that removal per se. Okay. That gets it out of the way, sort of. Okay, he's gonna trade that. It's okay. Okay, we're at 7 mana. Though I wish the Territorial Allosaurus was not there. Let's see, he might have the Lightning Strike to finish us off. So we're gonna go down to 3. This is gonna be very close. Oh no, that's it. Is that it? He has a response. There's another Vraska's Contempt. Yeah, that's... Yeah, he had the Vraska's Contempt. Oh well. But I don't exactly have any outs for that. Here's the thing, I can Crawl Harpooner one of these guys, but that does nothing. We are quite close. That's it. So we didn't exactly win the school run, but we performed a lot better than I ever thought we will. So I'm just gonna make the deck tech really quick. Basically, the kicker package mostly gotta go. Otherwise, not so bad. I'm really quite happy with this run. Oh, that was okay. So what is this? That's okay. Can't complain too much. So I'm gonna be back shortly. I'm gonna copy the deck list again. Then we're going to do a really quick edit. So okay, here we go. So this is the deck that we went into battle in. This is Forests Might. We're now going for version 3.0, so let's set the format standard. Yeah, that's the season. So let's make a few so first of all, definitely get a second Rex Sage. Whenever kind of... So let's cut out the cards we kept siding out. So Elfim Druid goes, Gift of Growth goes, and that means all 4 Branch Walkers can come in. Frozen Druid can stay. The Crawl Harpooner, I think those can still stay in the sideboard. But let's see, what are the other interesting things I would add? Well, definitely I would beef up the rares if I can. Actually, this is the one thing I didn't do, but this is something I would put Torn Lieutenants in the sideboard. Especially if you think your opponent is a deck that will be targeting your creatures with spells. This one generates a backup creature, so not bad. And you will generally have enough mana to beef it up. So I'm G with that. Let's see. I would cut the Grunt in favor of probably another Rabid Bite. Savage Stomp is okay. Actually, it's up to you to decide your mix of Rabid Bite, cheaper, or Savage Stomp, which kind of benefits your creatures. It really depends on what creatures you have here. I would probably prefer another Ripjaw Raptor over the aggressive Mammoth at least. I would prefer another Steel Leaf Champion over, say, an Elvish Rejuvenator. Or maybe another Jade Light Ranger instead, because we do have a bunch of... We're not guaranteed with green mana all the time. So I might actually cut... If I cut Boat Grove from... I'll cut Boat Grove from the Ashes. Let's just beef up the lower end creatures. I might prefer 3 Jade Light Rangers because that's our way of drawing into mana. Doesn't ramp though, so... have to be more conscious about our mana. But then again, the only big ones at this point now is Carnage Tyrant, so that's okay. So this is a much better list in my opinion. And let's see what it looks like. So deck's kind of expensive because we're running double Carnage Tyrant. Yeah, that's Jade Light Ranger is also expensive too. Vivian's actually quite pricey as well. So yeah, those are the pricier cards. I guess any of the other rares would be okay. In fact, Steel Leaf Champion is a cheaper alternative. You might have to just cut out the Zalfirian Voids if you do that. It's not big loss. In fact, I think we probably will do that. So let's drop this down to 1. Buff this up to 3. Drop the Zalfirian Voids in exchange for probably another Forest. And I am willing to take the risk of another Memorial to Unity. This is basically card draw. The important kind of card draw at least. Any way to dig deeper into your deck, you should. And there, deck's slightly cheaper now. So there you go. That's it. This is how I would run it now. A lot of things I learned. Actually, just the Merfolk Branchwalkers. Story behind this. If you remember, there was a code that came out from the game. It just typed in Game Awards. You got a bunch of cards. This was the uncommons that you got. I was curious why they decided to give you this one, but I'll be fair. I'll be honest. It's quite good. So there's the deck, and I'm actually a lot happier with this one. So that's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to turn on notifications and whatnot. Let me know, how would you build mono green deck? Maybe you'd go for the all elf plan. I heard clan callers are pretty good. It's also another 4 rares. But yeah, and also, what are your favorite big beefy creatures in green? Have you seen any ones that I should be running, or have you actually seen some that I'm running that, oh, you never thought to run? Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time.